Penrickton Center for Blind Children is a nonprofit organization for children who are blind with an additional disability. So our children are blind with cerebral palsy, blind with autism, but they're all multiply impaired.
Most of our children are physically and cognitively impaired. So we're looking at, can they sit, can they crawl, can they roll over, are they walking, are they feeding themselves? We're looking at most of their activities of daily living, which include feeding, dressing, bathing, toileting, things of that nature. So we look at all of that stuff and we look and see how they're doing with those and what we can do to help.
Penrickton was established by 3 families, the Penmans, the Rickers, and the Wigingtons, and together they combined their name to get Penrickton. 2 out of those 3 families had blind children of their own, and they started off in their home here in Taylor. They moved to a local church in Taylor, and then in 1956, Taylor donated this property to them. They went to families, friends, organizations, and had the building built strictly on volunteer work and donation.
We brought Connor to Penrickton because we lived in a small town, Tiffin, Ohio, and the only school that they had there was called the School of Opportunity, and we didn't believe that it was best for Connor because not very many kids have that condition, the same condition, septo-optic dysplasia, as what Connor has. We came up here and visited, and we fell in love with it. Like right when we walked in and saw everything that they did for the kids, it was what we wanted for him.
Seeing all the equipment that they had in general to help with his condition and help him progress, it was a good feeling because we had been a couple places before and we didn't see anything like that. And then the ratio with the daycare providers to the children, it was just a lot better.
Some of the children's favorite activities to do here at Penrickton Center are, we have a group that's called Fur Angels who comes and does dog therapy with the children, so the dogs get to sit down with the children and interact with them. Another one of their favorites is pony rides. We have a lady who donates her pony and her time. Volunteers will come and the children will all get to ride ponies. The great thing about those 2 activities is they're very therapeutic for the children. Children with cerebral palsy, their muscles are very tight and spastic, and so when they get to do these activities, you'll see they're loosen and their muscles relax and things like that, and so they get a lot of enjoyment out of those 2 activities. Another one would be singing with the music lady. We find that children who are blind with these disabilities also really enjoy music, and so we have a lady, her name is Beverly, who comes and sings to the children once a month as well, and so I think those are some of the activities that children really do enjoy here.
We feel that they helped Connor with a lot of his sensory problems, even with his eating problem, because he wouldn't eat food with texture. He was stuck on baby food, stage 2 and 3, and instantly, right, it was the first day we brought him up here, and they put crackers in his mouth, and he started eating them right in front of us. It was an amazing feeling, and then
cornbread,
along with letting him jump in the hops address, that helps him with his feet exploration, because at home we have a stander, a tri-stander, but it keeps his feet stationary. You can't really move. And in the hops address here, they put a bunch of material underneath them with different textures, and he gets to explore them with his feet, and it's making him do a lot better with everything on his feet. His sensory issues have really came
improved, definitely.
The field trips, that's a big thing. They do provide field trips for him, and they take him out back, and the one time they had the fire truck and the motorcycle with the sidecar, and he went around on that. The hops address, I know I've already said something about it, but it's just an amazing thing because we don't have that at home. And their equipment in the music room, the sensory room, all of these things, it's things that we can't provide at home and they can up here, and it's really helping him improve.
Any type of field trip that you would take any child to, we go on to as well. So we go to Chuck E. Cheese, we go to the park, we go to the movies, we take the children just out for walks, we go to the library and read stories to them. One of their favorites is going swimming at a local pool. So we do everything with our children that you would do with any child.
Our kids have a couple different kinds of disabilities, mainly what you'll see here, cerebral palsy, you'll see septo-optic dysplasia, and you'll see Rett syndrome.
When you have a kid with special needs, a lot of parents don't trust a lot of people with their kids, and that's a big thing. Is we immediately felt like we trusted them with, Connor being in their care.
I think with our kids, because they are so low level cognitively and physically, whatever they can do that they haven't been able to do before is a success. For instance, you know, if a child has never had the opportunity to feed themselves before, you know, and I can put a fork or a spoon in that child's hand and they're able to bring it to their mouth, that's a huge success. That's something they weren't able to do before, and that makes them a little bit more independent.
Our main goal and what we're trying in our mission here for the children and the families is to teach the children to be as independent as possible, but also to provide services to the families, whether it be resources that we need for them or things that they can utilize at home, to help them to care for their child as best as they can while they're here, teaching them about the different curriculums that we use, like active learning, but also just helping them with equipment and things like that.
This is Connor. He is 3 years old. He was born April 13th, 2007, so he has a birthday coming up. He'll be 4 years old. Things that Connor really enjoys is he loves music, like I said before. He really loves swimming. He loves the water, especially when it gets on his face. He likes splashing. He's just a happy boy.
What I like about working here is that you get to see how these kids progress. Some of these kids, when they come in, they can't lift a spoon or a fork and bring it to their mouth to feed themselves. So when I see something like that happen, I think it's really great. Or if they're able to wash a body part, or they're able to, you know, perform some sort of their toileting, you know, with a child care worker or myself, I think that's, you know, anything they can do to promote their own independence is great.